forget, if you don't answer, you're marked absent. Use the chat section. Use the chat, whatever. Give me an example of an ampersand in argument, Isabella. Are you Isabella, Egon? No, I'm not going to forgive you. Okay, I'll forgive you. What? Give me an example of an ampersand in argument. Yeah, that's an ampersand, Mark. Whenever you see that thing, that's an ampersand. Isabella, if you can't say it because you have problems with your mic, put it in the chat section. Okay, you haven't been paying attention. Let's ask somebody else. Christian Jenkins. I'll ask Christian first, then I'll turn to you guys. Don't worry, Mark. Christian Jenkins, give me an example of an ampersand in argument. Isabella, please turn off your mic. Better luck next time.
What about my family is great?
Yeah, and?
I'm not sure.
Professor, I couldn't understand what you're asking for. It's what kind of argument?
I'm disappointed. I am disappointed. One more time. I need an example of an ampersand in argument. Yes, Alejandro.
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Can I answer the question?
Please.
All right, so I love waffles. I love pancakes. Therefore, I love waffles and pancakes. Right?
I love waffles and I love pancakes, right?
Yeah.
Because you have to repeat the two premises exactly. But that's good. That's good, actually.
All right.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, so Alejandro correctly said, number one, I love waffles. Who doesn't? Number two, I love pancakes, of course. Therefore, I love waffles and I love pancakes. We just covered this. This is common sense. I love my dogs. I love my cats. Therefore, Marco, what? Therefore, no. It's not like that, Marco.
Therefore, you love your dogs and cats.
Right, but Marco, you should have written, I love my dogs, period. Number 2, I love my cats, Marco. Therefore, I love my dogs and I love my cats.
So you just repeat the statement that you previously said.
You repeat the 2 statements with an ampersand in between. Come on, Durham. You can do it. Yeah, but dog should be in plural, right? Go, Sean. Good, good. Yeah. I love my. No, but you gotta put number 1, number 2, Daniela. If you want entertainment, go to the circus. This is not supposed to be entertaining. This is college. It's different. I'm not supposed to entertain you. I'm not supposed to be funny. I'm not supposed to inspire you. It's up to you. This is not high school. It's not kindergarten.
Does it have to be with I love, or can it be something else?
I love, I hate, I like.
Could it be just like 1, my room is messy, 2, my car is messy, therefore my room and car are messy?
Therefore, my room is messy and my car is messy.
Okay. I'm not messy. It was just an example.
That's not what I heard. Laura, what's your question? Laura, Denise, Cindy is running, Sam is chasing. Therefore, Cindy is running and Sam. Denise, that's perfect. Isabella, I love peanut butter, period. I love jelly, therefore I love peanut butter and I love. Isabella, you are not disappointing me. You are appointing me. Laura, shouldn't statement 2 be something completely different? Why completely different? Could be similar. Huh?
I think Laura is thinking about the totem modus or whatever it was called.
Modus. M-O-D-U-S. Modus totem. I'm not asking about modus tollens. I'm asking about ampersand in. I'll put it in the chat section for you. Basically, in an ampersand in argument, two assumptions. The class begins at 11:40 and ends at 3. It should end at 6 p.m. I think, because you people need more help. Basically, to a subject. I hate the color black. I hate the color white. Therefore, I hate the color black. And Jasmine, I hate the color white. You have to say the same thing. You're close, Jasmine. You have to say the same things in the same way. Only in the conclusion you add the ampersand. So, Jasmine wrote, I hate the color black. Number 2, I hate the color white. Therefore, I hate the color black. And number 2, I hate the color white. My head hurts. That's it, Gushan. I put it in the chat, therefore. Christian, I love music. I love cats. Therefore, I love music and cars. No, therefore, I love music, Christian, and I love cars. Christian Jenkins, you're close. No cigar, but look, you can do it. Christian, listen. I love music. I love cars. Therefore, I love music and I love cars. You can do it. I'm not forgiving, Laura. Nicole, it will be there for. Good, Nicole. Good. Tanisha, I guess Tanisha's number. What's your premise number one, Tanisha? I'm trying to focus. Okay, Tanisha, my son is making noise. What's your conclusion, Tanisha? Perfecto. Tanisha got it. I love mountains. I love stars. Very good, Daniela. Very good. I just had a burger, Shanika. I did. I live in the mountains. I play the guitar. Therefore, I live in the mountains and I play the guitar. Okay. Yes, Rosemary. Perfect. Perfect. I still feel disappointed, but perfect. I hate rap. I hate movies. Therefore, I hate it. I'm with you, Christian, on that one. But my hate is more focused than yours. Via Keita, I love my room. I love my bed. Therefore, I love my good. Via Keita, I love Ferrari. Why 2 and 3, Shanika? Only 2 primacy. I don't understand. Good, Yadira. Good.
He put I love burgers up a little bit. That's why it's missing 1.
But you only need 2. What do you mean, Megan? What are you talking about?
She numbered them 1, 2, 3. Like she doesn't need 3 there, and then the I love burgers she put up top in the chat. You see, she numbered the conclusion instead of just doing 1 and 2.
Oh, okay. I got it. Makes sense. Okay, good. Good. All right, so let's look at the board. Now, does the conclusion follow from the premises? The conclusion, of course, is Q and S. So does Q and S follow from, number 1, if P then Q, number 2, P, number 3, S? Well, in order, that's good, Jasmine. But let's move on. But that's good, Jasmine. But let's move on. In order to figure this out, look at 2 lines at a time. So, yeah, does the conclusion follow from the premises? Well, I'm going to look at lines 1 and 2, at just lines 1 and 2. Why not, you know? What follows from lines 1 and 2? Anyone? Forget line 3. Make believe line 3 doesn't exist. What follows from lines 1 and 2? Line 2 is P already, Aixa. Yes. Make believe line 3 doesn't exist. Denise. Aixa and Gushan. Make believe line 3 doesn't exist. I'm not forgiving. What follows from 1 and 2? Very good, Megan. Yeah. So if you look at lines 1 and 2, Senor, Senora, it's okay. Okay, Alejandro, be back soon. If you look at just lines 1 and 2, and you know modus ponens, if you look at lines 1 and 2 and you know modus ponens, you know that Q follows, right? Huh?
Yes.
Yeah. If you look at just these two guys, yeah. Make believe line 3 doesn't exist. You can cover it up with your finger. You could cover up line 3 with a piece of paper, with a pen, marker, crayon, a bullet, whatever. Just cover it, right? Just look at lines 1 and 2. And you ask yourself, what follows from them? Yeah, I got some somewhere. Around, as they call it. Q follows. You know that Q follows from lines 1 and 2, right? Because you know modus ponens. So here to the right, I will write, since you know modus ponens, you know that Q follows. Yes, Gabriela. Yes, Nicole.
Oh, sorry. I muted myself by accident.
Okay. So look at 2 lines at a time. Since you know modus ponens, you know that Q follows from lines 1 and 2. Where do you put Q? Sorry. But where do I put Q? You need to make a new line. We'll call it line 4. And you put it in here. And you do that. From 1 and 2, you know you can get Q. So from these 2 guys, you can get Q. Where the hell do you put Q? You have to make a new line. You already got 3 lines, so it's going to be 4. Are there any questions? We're not finished with it, but no. So far so good. Natalie? Okay. Yes, Jennifer.
What does the M stands for as MP?
The M. The M, like in
Modus
mom.
ponens.
Oh,
That's
modus.
right.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
modus and P ponens. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank
So, sure. So, how do you get to the conclusion? Well, you know ampersand in. You know ampersand in. You can always combine two different premises or assumptions with an ampersand. So, the conclusion comes from 4 and 3 ampersand in. Does the conclusion follow from the premises? Yes. If you want to go into computers, pay attention. Let's do another one. One second, Nicole. 1 second. By the way, that's my favorite name for a girl, Nicole. Not that it matters, but it is a lovely name. Dear. 1 second, Nicole. But it's just an opinion. Like green, my favorite color. There's really no reason for it. 1 second. Okay, so this says if A, then B. You know, if Alfred is embezzling money, then Bill is a murderer. Number 2, Alfred is embezzling money. Number 3, David is a serial killer. Therefore, Bill is a murderer and David is a serial killer. Does the conclusion follow from the premises? What's the question, Nicole?
For the last slide, I just wanted to ask if you added the extra line just so it was easier to understand, or is it a rule that we have to add?
It's a rule.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a rule for proving. So check it out, Nicole. Here goes. Okay, here goes. Pay attention, Nicole. I say to you, hey, listen, Nicole. If A, then B, number 1. Number 2, A. Number 3, D. Therefore, Nicole, B and D. And then you tell me, prove it. Again, I'm talking to Nicole, and I say, hey, Nicole, you know what? And she says, what? I say, if A, then B. And she goes, yeah, so? And I say, A, number 2. So what, she said. And I say, D, number 3. And she asks me, therefore, Nicole, B and D. That's what follows. And she asks me, prove it, or tells me, prove it. When she tells me to prove it, I got to do some work. And that's when I have to throw in the extra line and create a proof section, right? So I'm telling all my students, Yadira, Denise, Maybelline, Alejandro, Yoski, Aixa, all of you. You know what, guys? In the first place, if A, then B. If I'm an aardvark, then I eat beetles, whatever. And then you say, okay, so what? And I go, A. Number 2 is A. Yeah. What else, instructor? Number 3, D. So what? Guys, what follows is B and D. And then all of you tell me, prove it. Show me how the B and D follows from 1 through 3. And I say, okay, I'll prove it to you. From 1 and 2, I get B because I know modus ponens, right? 4. See, I know my modus ponens, right? Number 1. I got that from 1 and 2 using modus ponens. Okay, I guess you make some progress, you tell me. Yeah, you can get a B from 1 and 2. But how do you get the conclusion? Prove it. I'll prove it. 4, and I get B from 4, and I get D from 3, ampersand it. Okay, we're satisfied. This here, which Nicole asked about, is called the proof section. This section here proves that the 3 assumptions entail the conclusion B and D. But of course, if you don't know modus ponens or ampersand, then you have no clue, right? Now, my dear students, you're seeing this for the first time. If you don't understand it, it's absolutely expected. I can go over this again with pleasure. Are there any questions?
No questions.
Surely, Akeda. Denise, an example, you mean with English? Yeah, number 1, Denise, right? Sure, yeah, Tanisha, of course. It's the first time you see this. So, Denise and Tanisha and everyone else. And Yacadia. How do you say that?
It's Vicaria.
Oh, Vicaria. Sorry. Vicaria. So, I apologize. Number one, if apples are tasty, then beer is great for you. If A, then B, whatever. If aardvarks are hungry, then Beatrice is pregnant. Who knows? Number 2, aardvarks are hungry. Number 3, David is evil. Now, what follows from number 1 and number 2? What follows from these two here? Well, if you know modus ponens, you know that 1 and 2 give you B.
premises is if A, then B. Right?
Right?
Then 2, A. The rule is if A, then B, right?
Yeah.
So
So
1,
you put B
if A,
here.
then B. 2, A.
This really is common sense. It's
Therefore,
just
B.
not presented as common sense. Right? The manner of expression is not something with which you are familiar. Nevertheless, if you think about it, it's common sense. I don't need to teach you this. It's just the manner of exposition might be new to you. Okay, so now I got a B. Well, how can I get to the conclusion B and D? Well, I can get the B in the conclusion from line 4. And I can get the D in the conclusion from line 3. Oh yeah, how? With modus tollens? No. With ampersand in. Ampersand in allows me to join two different premises with an ampersand in between. Like Vicaria, Tanisha, and Denise. Does that help a little? Got it? Look, when I first saw this, I thought to myself, what the hell is this? I didn't understand anything. I still don't understand it. I just act like I understand it, but I don't know what's going on. So I'm going to put this up, and you can work on it on your own. I'll give you a few minutes. This actually makes you smarter. This is not about knowledge. Knowledge is just the acquisition of facts. Well, on one construal of knowledge. This is about the organization of your thoughts. It's okay, Tanisha. I don't expect you to understand today. Maybe next time, maybe. Okay, now I want you to work on this. I'm going to give you 10 minutes. And now, if you want to help each other, go for it. How can I get to the conclusion from the premises? Good luck. Work together, help each other, and I will return. As MacArthur said.
Okay. So if S, then T, S, W, 4 would be T, and then T and W. 3 is W, 4 T, therefore T and W. Done. I think that's how it is. My tummy hurt. Oh my god.
You put your clean laundry on your bed, you'll be motivated to fold it and what they see. What I if you have to do this, you need a new fairly accurate positive is
This bitch is pregnant. No way.
Officer, arrest me! Arrest me, officer!
Okay, how many of you think you got this? One. Yes, Nicole. Jasmine got it. Who else? Okay, Nicole got it. Megan. Aixa, good. Aixa. Only 4 of you understand. Jennifer, Denise, you going 6, kinda. Okay. Who else? Anna? Carolyn, good. Maybe, okay. Maybe is good. Yadira. Okay, if you got it, great. If my son is cranky, then he is tired. My son is cranky. My son will sleep. Therefore, my son is tired. Yeah, I think that's right. Yes, Gabriela, that's right. Okay, so if you got it, good. If you're close to getting it, good. Even if you don't have it, yeah, it's fine. It's new to you. This is new to you. Today you're looking at it for the first time in your life. So don't forget the question. How can I get to the conclusion from the premises? You have to cross a river. You're on the bank of one side of the river. You got to get across to the other side. You got to get from one side of the river to the other, right? No, Egon. You need a 4th premise there and the conclusion. I'll show you, Egon. I'll show you. So this is one side of the river. Watch the board. You got to cross the river. You got to go from this side to this side. You got to get from one side to the other. Suppose you have this math problem, right? 7. Let's look at this. Look at this math problem. You got 7 plus 4 equals 20. Well, you need 9. Right. 7 plus 4. You got 7 plus 4, and you need to get to 20. You need 9. Now we got everything. You had 7 and 4, and the answer was 20. What else do you need? Well, something similar is going on here. In logic, come on, baby. something similar is going on here. You got lines 1, 2, and 3. You need them to get to the conclusion, but you need something else. Something else is missing. Whatever could it be? So you could also ask, what could I get? Right, Egon, yeah. There you go. What could I get from 1 through 3 to get to T and W? Well, if you know mode exponents, you know that 1 and 2 give you T. So here you put 4 T. Where did that come from? 1 and 2, mode exponents. You see, in logic, you can't just write whatever the hell you feel like. You have to have a reason. You have to explain where you got some line from. So where did line 4 come from? Where did this T come from, man? It came from 1 and 2. I know mode exponents. If it is raining, the street is wet. It is raining, and I'm going for the street is wet. Right. Yeah. But don't forget, Egon, that you don't want to just focus on what's to the left. You also have to say where line 4 came from. If you don't say where you got your line from in logic, sorry, Natalia, but line 1 has an if-then structure. So you should start your sentence with if. Maybe it should look like if my father has blue eyes, then I have blue eyes. But your first excuse me, your first premise, Natalia, should have an if-then structure. Yeah. You could write should, would, but logicians want if-then, right? Number 4 is T. It's actually 4 and 3, Aixa, because the T is mentioned first in the conclusion. Right, Aixa? Since the T shows up first in the conclusion, the justification is going to be, I got the conclusion from line 4 and line 3, not 3 and 4. So it's going to look like this. Because the T shows up first. Right. It's a minor thing. It's a minor thing. It's not a big mistake. Of what, Egon? Oh, you mean English? If Speusippus is the chair of the academy and Aristotle is upset. Number 2, Speusippus is the chair of the academy. Number 3, Plato has retired. Number 4, Aristotle is upset. Therefore, Aristotle is upset and Plato has retired. You can plug in whatever you want. Number 1, if Stephanie is angry, then Thomas is blonde. Number 2, Stephanie is angry. Number 3, water is good for you. Number 4, Thomas is blonde. Therefore, Thomas is blonde and water is good for you. You can plug in whatever you want. But what I want you to remember today, yes, Egon.
I'm confused by, you said to explain where the fourth line came from. What do you mean by that? How do I explain where the fourth line came from?
Like this. You see the board?
Okay, but when you give the example in English, you don't necessarily explain where it comes from.
Okay, I'll do it. Okay, so if Stephanie is angry, then Thomas is blonde. Number 2, assumption. Number 2, Stephanie is angry, assumption. Number 3, water is good for you, assumption. Number 4, Thomas is blonde. I got number 4 from lines 1 and 2 using modus ponens. Therefore, Thomas is blonde and water is good for you. I got this conclusion from lines 4 and 3 using ampersand. Better? No, Daniela. The first line, Daniela Ramos, the first line as an arrow is supposed to be expressed with if then. So you should be writing, if people have blue eyes, then they are beautiful. If people have blue eyes, then. You could use a quantification, but quantifications in this way written are not directly amenable to the language of logic. I'll give you one more to work on your own. This is your homework assignment. You have homework today. Not today, Gabriela. Not today. But email me tonight. Today I can't. Email me tonight. You wrote I did. You emailed me tonight. When did you email me? Oh, today. When? Was I teaching? Did I respond? No. I'll look at it later. Directly after class, I can't. I apologize. But tonight I'll look at it. I promise. Does the conclusion follow from the premises? If so, then how? So let's see. That's what. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, maybe you've noticed I've been busy. It's okay if I care. Okay, on your own time, and I have to go now, I apologize. On your own time, and you can work together, try to figure out if J and B follow from lines 1 through 3. H and J, J. And next time, on Tuesday, I think it is, we'll start going over Aristotle and then Aristotle's virtue ethics. We'll go back into ethics. Okay, enjoy your weekend. Don't drink too much. Yes, Egon.
Professor, just one quick question about the outline. I don't know if you remember what you wrote back to me on the email. If I was to change the words around, for example, in the first one, abortion is a medical procedure that ends a human life. What if I was to put abortion as a medical procedure that ends a potential human life? Would that be okay?
That sounds much better, but I need to see the whole thing. I need to see the thesis and the 3 reasons. And right now,